Welcome back to my kitchen. Y'all, this is take 2 of my Peach Cobbler Pound Cake with a Peach Crumble Topping. Now, why is it take 2, Miss Donna? It's take 2 because the last one I made was ugly. And I didn't want the ugly cake. But y'all know those are some of the best tasting cakes when they're ugly. Ooh-wee. So it was delicious, but it was ugly. So I needed to fix it again so it would be pretty. Okay, now what I'm gonna do differently this time is, I really did like when I added the pie filling to the blueberry pound cake. Love, love, love it. So I'm adding the peach pie filling to this cake. And what I did in the last cake, I don't think I swirled it enough when I added the pie filling. So when I did dump it, it started kind of oozing out the sides, you know, and I ain't like that. So I wanted to definitely make sure that I swirled it a little more, and it seems like it was something else I was gonna, I can't remember what it was. But other than that, you know, it was just ugly. So this is take 2, okay? And y'all, I am so excited to be doing this cake again because I had a bright idea. I had a bright idea in my mind, y'all. In my mind. Once I get finished baking the cake, when I'm doing the topping, y'all, I'm going to have to put the cake back in the oven on broil. Yeah, I said broil, y'all. I know it sounds crazy, but listen, don't leave me. I promise you it's going to all make sense in the end. Okay, just stick with me. This video may be a little bit longer because I'm trying to make sure I give you all the details, but it's going to make sense. In the meantime, of course, I've already washed my nasty hands, okay? Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands. So I've already washed my hands. Don't be in here with nasty hands, y'all, because that's just nasty. Now, for some of you all that would like for me to not say nasty, I've had a request several times to don't say nasty, say unclean. If you come in the kitchen to cook, fix your plate, do anything in the kitchen, and you're preparing food, and you've not washed your hands, that's just nasty. And that's all it is to it. And I ain't gonna take it back. It's nasty. In the church world, we say, if you can't say amen, just say ouch. Okay? But we washing hands over here. All right? Okay. Now, these are the ingredients that we're gonna need to make this. Oh my goodness, y'all, this cake is getting ready to be so good. I'll be using 3 cups of my Swans down cake flour. We'll use 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now you guys, I've already put the salt and the baking powder in my 3 cups of flour. So this is 3 cups of flour, salt, and baking powder. Swans down, it comes pre-sifted. But once I add my baking powder and my salt, I like to sift it one more time. It's maybe not necessary, but you know, once you get used to doing something, it's just hard to change. So that's what I do. And then we have 3 cups of sugar. I have 3 sticks of butter. You guys, not margarine, butter. And they are room temperature, and they are also unsalted. Then I have a cup of milk. It is also room temperature. You guys, this measuring cup was, I grew up with this measuring cup with my mom and dad. How many of you guys have these? I know some of you guys have a measuring cup like this. So it's old as, listen, I'm 53, so I'm sure it's older than me. That's so sweet, y'all. I love it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And then I have 5 eggs here that I've already cracked. They are also room temperature. And then I have, this is a 20 ounce, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to say 29 an ounce in one word. I made it 20 ounce. This is a 29 ounce can of sliced peaches. And this is a 21-ounce can of the peach pie filling. You guys, peaches have already been opened. I have thoroughly washed these cans. Y'all wash off these nasty cans. While you're washing your nasty hands, wash these nasty cans off too, okay? Because they've been on trucks and warehouses, rodents, people's nasty hands been all on them dirt. Yeah, wash it, because they nasty too, okay? All right, now I've already opened up my peaches and I've drained them. And I even put some paper towels on them because I don't want my peaches real runny when I'm putting them in my tube pan, okay? I don't want them real runny. They're going to have a little bit of juice to them, but I don't need a whole bunch. Let's see what else we have. Okay, for my flavoring, you guys know I have to do a little bit of my cream bouquet. Love, love, love it. And we have some pure vanilla. And then I like to do a little bit of orange. Add a little bit of citrus to my cake. Now, although I think the cream bouquet has a little citrusy undertone, I want some more. Okay? And you guys, I'm going to use what? Maybe about tablespoon, couple teaspoons. I don't measure my extracts. I just pour until it feels right. That's what I do. And then we're going to need a little bit of cinnamon and some brown sugar. And then my peach crumble that I'm going to use on the top, I had some left since this is take 2. And when I mixed this up the first time, I fixed too much, more than what I needed. But I used 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a cup of granulated sugar, about at least a tablespoon or more of cinnamon, and 1.5 sticks of butter. So that's how I mix this up. And then I've also added maybe about a couple of tablespoons or more of brown sugar. That was the other thing I wanted to tell you. The crumble that was on the top was absolutely wonderful, but in trying to slice it, I may want it just a little bit softer. And when you add the brown sugar, it's going to make your peach crumble a little bit softer, okay? All right. And then I'm going to use this pan that I had used for my key lime cake. And I had used the pan release, so I'm going to use it again today, but I'm going to use my Baker's Joy. For those of you that asked about the pan release, it's just all-purpose flour with some vegetable oil, and I used Crisco. You use the liquid. I used some Crisco. And Miss Lou, when she was telling me, reminding me how to mix it up, you just take your flour. Take you some flour, you pour your vegetable oil in it. You want it about the consistency of molasses, but not thick as peanut butter. Alright, my oven, we're going to bake this cake on 325 degrees for about an hour and 15, 20, 25 minutes. It just depends. But we're going on and preheating, so that way once we finish mixing, then the oven will be ready. I'm starting by adding my 3 sticks of softened butter. And once I get these 3 sticks added, I'm going to mix these maybe for about 5 or 6 seconds just to get the butter incorporated. And then I'm going to start slowly adding my sugar. Now we're going to cream the butter and sugar for about 10 to 12 minutes. And yes, I do set a timer. You want it creamed until it's fluffy and the sugar is silent. You do not want to hear those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl. Now after I cream my butter and sugar, I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. And you'll see me add the first egg, you'll see me add the last egg, but remember I've added 5 in all. Just by chance when I'm adding my eggs, if 2 falls in at one time, it's okay, it's not a big deal. Sometimes that happens. But so once we get the eggs added, then we will come back and talk some more. Alright, now that we've creamed our butter and sugar and we've added our 5 eggs, it's time to start adding our dry ingredients and alternating with our milk. Now oftentimes I like to go on and just add my extracts to my milk. That way, that's done. Okay. So I have my cream bouquet. We're going to add maybe a couple teaspoons. This is my orange extract. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of that. Or more. And then our pure vanilla. We're going to add probably at least a tablespoon. You guys, I told you I'm not stingy with my extracts. I love flavors, you guys. Okay. So, now I'm going to start adding my flour. And when you start mixing at this point, you do not want to overmix. You want to mix just enough to get everything incorporated. You want to start with your dry ingredients and add with your dry ingredients. So I'm going to start with my flour. That has the baking powder and the salt in it. And I'm going to end with my flour. Okay? You'll see me add the flour and then milk to get started, and then I'll let you see the last little bit of flour that I add. I'm not going to bore you with this whole process going back and forth, okay? If you need a beginner's and you want to see this whole process, I do have a vanilla pound cake video out there that is for beginners, and you can see this whole process. But we're just going to alternate back and forth, mixing just enough to incorporate. Do not overmix at this point because you can make your cake heavy, it can make your cake fall. All right? Okie dokie. Now for the real fun part. Okay, and you guys, I'm going to say this before I forget. I have just thoroughly sprayed my pan with Baker's Joy. You guys, don't be stingy with the Baker's Joy. I never have issues with my cakes sticking when I use Baker's Joy, and that's because I'm not stingy with it. And you can't be, especially for this particular cake here, because it's getting ready to be a whole lot going on in this cake pan that could cause your cake to stick. So don't be stingy with the Baker's Joy, okay? Look, can you see? And someone also asked me, do you flour it? Baker's Joy has flour in it. So it has the flour and the oil in it. All you have to do is spray. And also take one of this cake, y'all. I took the time and arranged my peaches in there so pretty. But it didn't, it's not going to matter because, girl, I'm getting ready to cover all them peaches up with this crumble topping and some more pie filling on the top of this cake. So, it don't matter. Doesn't matter at all. And now for the pie filling, the peaches came in slices. And I just simply took my knife after I put it in this bowl and just ran it through there, okay? Because I didn't want to leave it in slices. So I'm just trying to cut it up, kind of give me some chunks. All right, so that's what I did with my pie filling. You guys, let me warn you, this is going to be a very, very rich cake. It's going to be a rich cake, so this is not one that you want to eat at home often. Because it's really, really rich. We're going to have some brown sugar and some butter and more brown sugar. Okay? So I'm just putting my peaches in here. And there is some juice at the bottom. I'm trying not to get all of that. No peach left behind. None. So let me see what this is going to look like to determine whether or not I want to save a few of these for my topping. Okay, I think that's enough. We'll save a few of these to add with my pie filling, okay? So now I'm just going to sprinkle some cinnamon. I'm not measuring. we're just going to sprinkle. Oh, and I forgot my nutmeg too. I forgot. I want a little bit of nutmeg. Not a lot, just a little bit. You guys, nutmeg can be really strong, okay? So be careful with it. Let me make sure it's coming out first before I... Okay. So I'm just going to tap it. It's not coming out yet, you guys. Okay, now it's coming. I didn't want you to think I was adding a lot. Okay, just a little hint, and it's barely coming out. Hint of nutmeg. And now I'm going to take some brown sugar. Just grabbing some out the bag, y'all. The reason I didn't want my peaches really wet is because it really can make a difference in your batter, okay? Going to add some of this peach pie filling. And I'm also going to save a little bit for the top, okay? And you guys, what I love about this too is 9 times out of 10, this pie filling is going to fall. But it's going to end up right at the top of this cake, up under all those peaches and that peach crumble. Ooh-wee. Okay. And we are trying to make sure that this cake is level as possible. And we're putting her in the oven on 325 degrees. Getting out the air bubbles. Okie-dokie. I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to set my timer for at least about 1 hour and 20 minutes to start with. And then I'll check. And if I need a few more minutes, then I'll just add about 10 more minutes at a time. Alright, it's been 1 hour and a half. And one thing I can tell about this pan as opposed to my tried and true pan is that my cakes take longer to bake in this tube pan, okay? So another thing I'm going to do too, I forgot to mention, is I'm going to let it cool a little bit longer than 10 minutes. In the meantime, really quick, I'm going to make my glaze. You guys, I do not measure, I just pour glaze. Like I said, y'all, this is going to be a very, very rich cake. Very rich. Okay, the only flavor I want in here, I'm going to use a little bit of my Creme Bouquet, and then I saved some of the juice off the peaches, okay? Remember to add a little at a time, because once you get it in there, you can't take it out. And you'll just have to add more powdered sugar if by chance you've gotten it too thin, okay? When I do my glaze, I never use a mixer, because I can do this so quick. Not to mention it's a good arm workout. Okay, just that quick. We have a simple glaze that's smooth, okay? I'm not making this as thick as I normally make it because I'm going to have all that other yummy goodness on the top of the cake. And I just wanted a little bit of glaze. Okay, now because I'm having to put this cake under the broiler, I'm having to flip it on this aluminum foil, okay? Because my cake pan or my cake plate that I use, I can't put it in the oven. You guys, look at this. Now, I did forget to mention that I let this cake sit about 35 minutes before I flipped it out of the pan, okay? And I think that definitely made a difference. And I didn't do a whole lot in the bottom of the pan because I want to do the most on the top of it now that it's out. So I'm going to let it keep cooling for a little bit because I'm not in any hurry. And we're just going to cover it with my netting and just let it continue to cool. Okay. Now for this topping. Now I want you guys to understand my thought process and what I see in my mind as to what I'm going for, okay? So we have this top layer of the cake, and it has peaches with the cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, but then when I baked it with the batter on that top layer, it kind of created a cobbler topping. Y'all know what I mean? It's kind of a cobbler topping already. So to top it off, I want to add some more peach pie filling to the top. Then we're going to add our cobbler topping on it. And you want it so where, you see when I kind of squeeze it, it kind of, I can like make a little ball with it. I'm trying to help, but not necessarily a ball, but you see how it clumps together. I'm trying to kind of help you guys understand the consistency of what we're working with, okay? And then when I put that on, I have some melted butter, and we're just going to drizzle some melted butter over the top. And then we're going in under the broiler. Y'all, I tell you, that's what I see in my mind, okay? And then when it comes out, it should be that cobbler kind of, streusel kind of topping where the very top layer of this cake you would think it's an apple cobbler that you're, I mean not apple, I keep saying apple. You would think it's a peach cobbler that you're eating until you go down a little bit further and get to that cake. Listen. Let me get this topping on here so I can show y'all what I see in my mind. I know y'all probably think I have lost it, but let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I've already set my oven on broil and it's on high. And y'all know I said no peaches left behind. So the rest of this peach pie filling and those few little peaches that I had left, we're going on top of the cake with that, okay? Just gonna kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, and now next we're going in with my crumble on top. Now you guys, I want this really covered, okay? What I would really, I wish I could see these peach juices kind of bubbling up in between this cobbler topping, y'all. Ooh wee. I sure hope y'all can kind of envision where I'm going with this. If not, you'll understand it better by and by. Ain't no need in me leaving it a little bit, y'all. Okay. Now we're going in with my liquid butter. Ooh-wee. Yeah, this is not a cake that you can do in a hurry, okay? Okay. Can't be in a hurry when you do this one here. Y'all just take a look at the before. Listen, okay. Now we're going in on broil. My rack is in the middle of the oven. We're on high broil. But you best believe I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting ready to stand right here. Because with this oven on broil, it will burn quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay? So now we wait. I'll check it maybe in about a minute or so. Or less. Hey, you guys, it has only taken a couple of minutes, give or take. Y'all, I was going for, look at that, a cobbler look. Let me let you see up close. Yeah, doesn't that look like a cobbler on top? That's what I saw in my mind, y'all. That's what I was going for. Now, before I add the glaze, I need to get it on my cake plate. So, my thought process is to pick it up and fold half. That's why the cake needs to be completely cool, because if you're trying to handle it and it's not cool, it really is liable to fall apart on you. So I have it in one hand. I'm going to peel this foil back as far as I can. Hoping I can get my plate and kind of slide it on here. Oh Lord. All because I want to do the most. Let's see, let me get it. Ooh, stand. See if I can kind of was able to slide it off to get it on my plate without it falling apart. Again, that's why it needs to be cool before you try to move it. If you had like a glass, maybe like a Pyrex dish, I wish I'd had maybe like a glass Pyrex plate. I wonder if my cake would fit on that. So if you have something like a glass that's oven safe, then maybe you can put your cake on and then you won't have to be trying to move it like me. That's if you decide you want to do the most like I just did. All of this is totally not necessary, but I just had to do what I saw in my mind, y'all. And for the final step, we're just adding glaze. I did let this crumble topping totally cool because I didn't want it to melt all of the glaze off. Peach Cobbler Pound Cake with a peach crumble topping and glaze. And you guys, believe it or not, y'all, my dude number 1, aka my husband, he does not care for anything peach. Y'all, what's wrong with him? He doesn't do peach candy, doesn't care for peach cobblers or peach sodas. Ooh, bless his heart. Y'all, I just want to know if we can do a moment of silence for the peach crumble topping with the glaze. Y'all, look at that. Look, y'all, look, look, look. You see it, don't you? I don't have to worry about him coming here to scare me now because he's not here. Ooh-wee, y'all. Blessed be the rock, y'all. Just what I saw in my mind. Oh Lord have mercy, I can't eat all of this. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm sorry. I know. I apologize. I know this video was a little longer. than usual. But it is what it is, y'all. I think I'm gonna save the last frame for when my dude number one gets here, so he can at least say, hey everybody, okay? Because I know you guys look forward to seeing him in the video, so we'll close this out once he gets home. I don't know that he'll taste the cake. He may not, but he doesn't like peach, so we'll see. Well, you guys, my dude number one is here. Like I say, he doesn't like peach.
I'm gonna try peach.
Whatever, you can get mess on my cake. You don't need to be in my thumbnail. You ain't trying none. What you doing?
I'm trying to get my thumbnail.
Huh? Bring your head up. Go over to the right some. Hurry up, babe.
I'm looking.
Oh my! The word is gonna cover up your head. Go over to the right.
To the right.
Or something.
To your right or my right?
Y'all, he doing too much. The thumbnails, when I put the title, it's gonna cover up your head. Anyway, y'all, so you have to say hey to everybody.
Hey, everybody!
They act like they can't have no video without seeing.
Hey, everybody, I'm home.
It ain't quiet no.
What y'all doing?
Okay, baby, let's end the video because it's been a little bit longer. But thank you guys for just hanging out with me, and I hope y'all don't think Miss Donna done lost it.
I'm here, everybody.
That's what I saw.
I missed y'all.
That's what I saw in my mind. So it is delicious. Y'all, the top of that cake tastes like peach cobbler, and then you get that surprise with
what
the
you
cake.
see in your mind? I'm trying to look at your mind.
No. I said that's what, when I put the cake under the broiler.
What?
Anywho. Well, thank you guys. What they need to do?
They need to
subscribe.
Shake something.
Shake something. Let's turn on notification bell so y'all know what's going on over here when we upload. Because y'all know.
Just shake something. Just shake.
You so serious.
Hey, people.
Y'all make sure y'all shake something. Okay? You know, the notification bell shakes.
That's a notification bell.
Look, we got to go. This video been long enough. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I just got here.
Look forward to you joining us again. That's why our whole video was so
here.
quiet.
I just got here, y'all. Your video was quiet.
Yeah, because you were here. Bye.
I'm trying to see what you're thinking again.